A fight leads to a shooting that leads to an arrest.
Highs in the 80s, lows in the 60s with plenty of sunshine. That's the forecast for the next several days across East Alabama. We'll have the complete forecast details coming up.
We are approaching the halfway point as Week 5 for high school football kicks off. EAN Local News starts right now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit us at any one of our 5 locations in Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham. An early morning shooting near Center has left one juvenile in the hospital and another in jail. Cherokee County Sheriff Jeff Shaver says a fight between the juveniles led to a shooting on County Road 30 in the Howells Crossroads community just before 1 this morning. Shaver says his deputies responded quickly to the scene and immediately took the shooter into custody. Spring Creek Fire and EMS also arrived on the scene and gave medical aid to the victim, who was transported to an area hospital. That victim remains in stable condition in the intensive care unit. The shooter was charged with attempted murder and is currently being held at the Cherokee County Detention Center. Although the suspect is being charged as an adult, Alabama law prohibits the sheriff's office from releasing his name or booking photograph, according to Shaver. 28 years after he shot and killed a convenience store clerk in Etowah, an Etowah County man was executed for that crime Thursday evening. State officials say 50-year-old Jeffrey Todd West died from nitrogen hypoxia at the Holman State Prison in Atmore. The execution took place despite a request from the son of West's victim that his life be spared. Governor Kay Ivey denied that request, saying that it was her solemn duty to make sure that West received the punishment he deserved. On March 27, 1997, West and his girlfriend drove to Harold's Chevron in Etowah, a convenience store where he had previously been employed. He entered the store armed with a .45 caliber handgun and held the attendant, Margaret Berry, at gunpoint. He took $250 from a cookie can where the store kept its cash. He then shot Berry in the back of the head while she was lying face down on the floor behind the counter. West was convicted of capital murder in June 1999, and the jury recommended the death penalty. Prior to the execution, Berry's son, Will, said he had forgiven West and asked that his sentence be commuted to life without parole. This was Alabama's 4th execution this year and the 3rd to use nitrogen gas as the lethal agent. When we come back, we'll tell you about a local man who's been selected for a National Hall of Fame.
This spring and summer, get it done right with Oxford Lumber, your hometown partner for projects big or small. From refreshing your garden to upgrading your outdoor space, we've got everything you need. Check out our full garden center and gear up on our Stihl showroom, chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, and more. Ready to grill? We've got Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone to fire up the fun. Since 1985, Oxford Lumber has been built on tradition and focused on you. Visit us today at any of our 5 locations: Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln. Oxford Lumber, where you're treated like family.
Summer is heating up, and so are the savings at Buster Miles Kia. Right now, get sizzling deals on the hottest 2025 models. Up to $3,500 off the Kia Sportage. Up to $3,700 off the bold Kia Telluride. Up to $4,500 off the versatile 2025 Kia Sorento. No dealer addendums and no surprise add-ons. And you get the best price the first time, every time. Plus, a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new vehicles when you finance with us. Don't miss the hot summer savings at Buster Miles Kia, Highway 21 in Anniston.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Metal Buildings. Custom metal buildings built right here in Anniston.
Nathan Hill, the former civilian executive assistant at Anniston Army Depot, has been named to the U.S. Army Tank Automotive and Armaments Command Hall of Fame. Hill and the rest of this year's inductees will be honored at a national ceremony next week. They'll join the Hall of Fame's inaugural class of 2024, which included Pamela Robertson, the former Director of Resource Management at Anniston Army Depot. Starting next Thursday, the Alabama Department of Transportation will close one of the westbound lanes of the I-20 bridge over the Coosa River in Riverside. The maintenance project will limit traffic on the bridge to a single lane for up to 7 days. And ALDOT officials are urging area motorists and businesses to prepare for the traffic delays these critical repairs will cause. ALDOT encourages westbound passenger cars and truckloads wider than 10 feet to use US 78 West at exit 165 as an alternative route. Engineers will install temporary traffic controls at the Honda Drive intersection with US 78 to provide northbound vehicles uninterrupted left and right turns onto the highway. Also, the US 78 bridge over the Coosa River will be converted to a one-way path to keep traffic flowing to I-20 westbound. This will force I-20 eastbound drivers who normally take the US 78 bridge into Lincoln to use exit 168 instead. Traffic volume over the 62-year bridges has increased tenfold since it opened in 1963. As many as 10,000 trucks cross the structures each day in each direction. ALDOT is performing this immediate maintenance while continuing to design a complete future I-20 bridge replacement. A foundation set up by a popular movie star to help people living with paralysis has given money to a local program. That story and more when we return.
Big dreams deserve a strong foundation. Whether you're starting a business, building a backyard shop, or just need more space, Waldrop Metal Buildings is ready to help. Every project is built to fit your vision, your style, and your budget. Let's bring that dream to life. Call Waldrop today.
Fall is here, and Miller Outdoor Living and Decor in Sachs is celebrating with 25% off all fall decorations. From pumpkins and wreaths to cozy accents, you'll find everything to refresh your home or office for the season. Every purchase comes with free gift wrapping, making your fall shopping even easier. And while you're there, step outside and explore our outdoor collection, including one-of-a-kind concrete statuary and stunning mozzarella fountains that will make your space truly stand out. Come see us today on Highway 431 in Sachs. Make every season come to life with Miller Outdoor Living and Decor.
This segment of EAN Mobile News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The Coosa Valley, East Alabama chapter of Hope Outdoors has received an $18,000 grant to set up accessible hunting blinds. The money is coming from the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation's National Paralysis Resource Center. It's part of the Foundation's Quality of Life Grant Program, which supports nonprofit organizations that empower individuals living with paralysis. Since the Quality of Life Grants program began, it's made more than 4,000 grants totaling $48 million. Officials for the local Hope Outdoors program say that this grant will be used for fully ADA-compliant hunting blinds, providing safe and comfortable access to the hunting experience for individuals with paralysis and other mobility limitations. Well, it's homecoming week at Cleburne County High School in Heflin, and a prank last night showed that Heflin police have a sense of humor about the festivities. On its Facebook page this morning, the department addressed the school kids who TP'd police headquarters with tongue-in-cheek thanks. Toilet paper sales have skyrocketed this week, and with the added sales tax revenue, we should all be able to get raises for the new fiscal year, those officers wrote. We think that rolling the police department was a bit uncalled for, but as we enter into the Halloween season, we don't want to hear any crying when we load up like we were going to serve a search warrant and go full-out tactical ninja style old school rolling at your place next month. Those officers reminded the students that they are children of the 80s and 90s who perfected the craft of yard rolling years ago. Well, John Holder standing by in the Pool Doctor Weather Center with a look at the weekend forecast.
Mike, the weekend is looking very nice across East Alabama. Plenty of sunshine, mild temperatures, and it will be dry. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama next.
Are you game day ready? WM Grocery has everything you need to fire up the grill. Hot dogs, brats, sausage, ribs, juicy steaks, fresh ground beef and chicken, plus all the grill accessories you need to make your tailgate a success. Wherever you're tailgating, stop by and see us in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and Piedmont. WM Grocery, where game day begins.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth from CARES Direct Primary Care. Do you want convenient 24/7 access to health care? We are available in person, by text, phone, and video visit. Sooner or later, we all get sick. A quick trip to an ER or urgent care can quickly add up to more than the cost of 1 year's membership of Direct Primary Care. If you have a high deductible, you can quickly burn through that before your insurance activates. Join CARES DPC today.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below. This segment of EAN Local Weather is brought to you by Pool Doctor Custom Pools in Jacksonville. Personal, professional quality.
The EAN weather cam on Quintard Avenue in Anniston today showing a lot of blue sky out there. With that blue sky and sunshine and very few, if any, rain showers out there. We were again in the 80s today here in the Pool Doctor Weather Center as we head into this last weekend in September. 84 for the high today. Again, a little bit above the average, way above average this morning. 69 degrees, very warm and humid out there. Our average is about 61 degrees. Coming up tonight across East Alabama, going out to homecoming, perhaps high school football games across the region. Really a very small chance of rain, maybe a 10% chance, just not much to speak of at all. Late tonight, we're going to have some patchy fog out there late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Temperatures tonight very pleasant once again as we drop down to 62 degrees. Saturday is going to be really phenomenal. Dry weather coming up. We're sunshine early in the morning at 7 or 9 a.m. I should say. 74 degrees, going out to some yard sales in the morning. Should be great for that. By lunchtime, again, very nice, plenty of sunshine, sunny and dry, 79 by the lunch hour. Tomorrow afternoon, again, we're in the 80s, about 84 degrees. It will be dry at 3 o'clock, again, with no chance of rain in the forecast whatsoever. 7-day forecast could be interesting, not anytime soon, but maybe in about a week or so. We'll show you why in just a moment. For the weekend, though, it's going to be very nice, summer-like. Pleasant mornings down to low 60s, mid-80s in the afternoon. Small chance of rain on Monday. We stay in the mid-80s. 80s for most of the week next week. We do have a little dry front that could move through here in about 6 days. That could drop the temperatures down into the upper 70s. But really what happens next week is going to be dependent upon what I'm about to show you. We do have some tropical action finally brewing out in the Atlantic. And those two that you see that are name storms, Gabrielle and Umberto, those are not going to be anything at all to be concerned with. What could affect our weather a little bit, not in a big way, but could provide us with some rainfall and cooler temperatures is what we're calling disturbance number 9 here. This is on the eastern coast of Cuba. This is going to move through the Bahamas, all of the islands there, Turks and Caicos and things like that. We think very, very quickly by tonight or in the morning, this could be a tropical depression. This is probably going to be a tropical storm. The folks at the National Hurricane Center give this a 90% chance of developing into a tropical storm, and it's going to move almost due north. So the South Carolina coast, that is where we're looking at the impacts for this coming up in several days. This will be obviously next week. For us here in Alabama, of course, this is not a Gulf storm, and it will not be a Gulf storm, but a lot of the computer models are shoving this system once it moves inland in our direction westerly, and that could provide us with some very beneficial rainfall and cooler temperatures coming up in maybe 4, 5, 6 days. So we'll watch that very closely. Nothing to be concerned about. The good news would be for us, we could be dealing with some very good rainfall totals possibly next week coming out of what will be Imelda. All right, that's going to do it for weather on this Friday night. We'll be back here tomorrow morning with your Saturday morning weather at a glance. Also back here Sunday morning with your Sunday morning breakfast forecast. We've got Friday night sports coming up next. Colby Amos will be right with you after the break.
At Pool Doctor Custom Pools in Jacksonville, we believe a great pool is where the best memories are made. Family cookouts, sunny afternoons, kids laughing and splashing, it all starts with a pool that's clean, clear, and ready for fun. That's where we come in. From trusted Pentair products to the cutting-edge BeatBot cleaners, plus top quality chemicals and fun accessories, we've got everything you need to keep your pool perfect. Visit Pool Doctor today, where pool care meets family care.
This segment of EAN Local Sports is brought to you by Judd Edwards State Farm Insurance Agent. Insure what counts.
The Wellborn Panthers are off to a strong start this season, sitting at 3-1 and beating opponents by nearly 30 points per game. We caught up with head coach Jeff Smith, who says the team's success comes from playing solid football on both sides of the ball.
We're real pleased with our team right now. We got a very coachable team, a bunch of good young men right there, and they work very hard right there. And you know, we're really young, and we're getting better every day we come out here and practice.
Smith reflects on the many great players who have come through the program over the years, each one leaving their mark and helping build the foundation for today's team.
We've lost a lot of good players through the years, and for me to sit here and mention just one would be remiss, because we just got so many that we've had that's really played and gave everything they got for us right here. But as far as our team goes, we only got 6 seniors this year: Brady Greenwood, Jaheim Kirby, J.D. Talley, Justice Williams, Ashton Woodard, and Jaden Henniger, and all 6 of them have shown us really good leadership this year. Brady Greenwood's played middle linebacker for us and done a wonderful job right here. Justice Williams has done a good job returning kicks for us, and Jaden Henniger has anchored our offensive line. Been very proud of him.
Next up, Wellborn faces Cleburne County in their only non-region matchup of the year. With such a large region schedule, Coach Smith says the Tigers will be a tough opponent.
Well, it's the only non-region game that we have right there. It's with Cleburne County, and they're a 4A school, and they're going to be a good opponent. They got over 50 players. We got to go over there. It's their homecoming, and I'm sure they're wanting to represent well, and we're looking forward to going there and meeting the challenge.
This season, Wellborn also honored Coach Smith's decades and dedication by naming the football field after him. Smith says the name represents much more than just him. It stands for everyone who has been a part of the program for over the years.
The feeling's kind of surreal, and the way I look at it is just representing the time period that we've had. It's been 17 years. There's been a lot of good coaches, and got a lot of good players that came through here. And my name just might be on it, but it represents everybody that's been through here.
The Panthers will try to carry that tradition forward as they prepare for another big test this Friday night. As Wellborn prepares for their next challenge, other teams across East Alabama are also gearing up for key region matchups this week. Alexander will host Sardis, looking to defend their home field in another important test. Meanwhile, Glencoe will hit the road to take on Hoax Bluff as both teams look for an edge in region play. And over at Lamar Field, Oxford will face Helena, looking for a bounce-back win after losing to Mountain Brook last week. The Yellow Jackets are aiming to deliver a strong performance against a solid opponent. 3 big matchups, all with plenty on the line, as Week 5 of high school football continues across the region. Shifting on over from high school football to the college level, Jacksonville State is back in action this week. The Gamecocks will hit the road to take on Southern Miss. It's another conference matchup as JSU looks to keep building momentum midway through the season. Kickoff is set for Saturday with the Gamecocks taking the field at 6. So an exciting week of football going on with all teams having one goal in mind, making it to the postseason. That's going to be all that we have for you for sports today. Mike will be right back with you after the break.
In every small town, it's the people, the places, and the connections that make life special. Protecting what matters most takes care. At Judd Edwards State Farm, we bring that care to every home and family, helping you feel confident about the future. Judd Edwards State Farm, small town heart, big city care.
Thank you for watching East Alabama Now Local News. We appreciate all of your support. Please like and subscribe to see more local news in your area. Have a safe weekend. We'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.